Hello everyone, welcome back to Agri farming. Today we will be discussing about goat farming in India. Goat farming in India is a profitable business with minimum investment. Goat farming can be done in small to large industrial scale. What is goat farming? Goat farming is the raising and breeding of all domestic goats. This farming is a branch of animal husbandry. Goats are raised or formed mainly from their meat, milk, fiber, and skin. Usually, people rear goats because of household consumption of milk and for making Ayurvedic medicine from goat milk. There are mainly many types of goat varieties. Some are good for milk, remaining goats for meat, and also there are breeds exclusively for the hide. Goat farming is the most profitable and it attracts many farmers to these ventures. Goat farming can be suited to production with other livestock such as sheep and cattle on low quality grazing land. Goats efficiently convert sub-quality grazing matter that is less desirable for other livestock into quality meat. Furthermore, goats can be farmed with a moderately small area of pasture and limited resources. Now, let's get into the components for starting a goat farming. The major component is goat breed selection. Depending on your motive of goat farming, you must select the right goat breeds for your farm. Typically, people are raising goats for the following mentioned reasons. For the purpose of starting farming, which based on goat and sheep first and foremost important things are to select procedure and methods in different stages. Depending on your purpose, there are breeds that produce more milk while there are those that grow quickly. You can farm both type of goat breeds and you will be harvesting both meat and milk. Different breeds require different levels of care. For more information on breeds, you should go to the nearest government livestock association to get some information about profitable goat breeds. That is, raising goat for milk, meat, or hair, or goat for sale as pets. It's really quite important, particularly for beginners who want to start initially, and farmers should select bulky type goat. Now, let's get into the best goat breeds for milk. The following are the best goat breeds for milk and meat available in India. The first is Jamnapari. Jamnapari is the main popular breed for commercial goat farming in India. It is mainly found in Uttar Pradesh. This type of goat are beautiful and have healthy genes. This goat is reared mainly for the purpose of milk. The next is Shurti. Shurti goat breed is one of the best breed in India for dairy. This breed is small and is native of Surat in Gujarat. The next is Boer goat. This Boer goat breed was developed in South Africa and it is the most popular breed in the world for meat. The next is Barbary. The Barbary breed is dual-purpose breed reared for dairy and meat purpose. The last but not the least is Malabari. Malabari goats are a mix of various types of breeds. Malabari breed goats show early maturity and conceive in 8 to 10 months. Some of the other breeds of goats are Sirohi, Bital, Osmanabari, Jakarna. The second component for goat farming is location. Common goats normally survive in warm areas that are well drained. Apart from temperature, space is essential. Most of the goat lives in groups, so individual pens are not effective. A large field is needed if you want animals to roam freely. Freely roaming goats generally have better resistance to sickness and infection. The best location for a goat farm are those that are far from towns since urban pollution is dangerous to animal health. Goats are known to eat a lot of grass on a daily source, so make sure their food source is highly available and not too far from the rearing area. Also, you should check the permission or license related issue of local government before you set up your goat farm. A goat farm should have all these facilities. They are clean and dry surface. Mud floor is appropriate except where high rainfall or snow is observed. Tranquil or open area. Great source of fresh and very clean water supply. Easily available food source. Availability of full-time labor. The thing goat like is rain and cold. Keep them in warm and well-built places. The market near the farmland so that you can sell products easily and buy necessary commodities. Now, let's get into the housing or shed of goat farming. With a well-designed housing or shed and good management, you are sure to reap all the profit you want from the goat farming. Suitable goat housing or shelter is important for goat farming business. Your goat will desire a peaceful area to go with when a bird is approaching. Covering a shed with straw, hay, wood chips, and sawdust is necessary for depositing the goat farm clean and mucking out. Besides, a regular mucking out of all dirty areas is efficient for preventing the maximum of the diseases. The popular shed types are general flock shed type, that is, ewe or doe shed, attendance room, ram and buck shed, lamb and kid shed, rearing and storeroom, lambing shed or kidding shed, sick animal shed. Now, the next component is feeding management in goat farming. Goats are meticulous eaters and can tolerate more quality of bitterness than other animals. Therefore, they can thrive on the agricultural byproducts, waste, and other such feeds. In addition, they are stronger and thus can withstand all types of weather conditions. Goat tongues are adapted for grazing and their upper lip is mobile. Therefore, they can graze on extremely short grasses, bushes, shrubs, and trees. The goats should be provided with leguminous fodder in addition to grains like pulses, wheat, maize, etc. They normally prefer fodder of leguminous crops than straw or maize silage. In addition, they need feed composed at least 14 to 15% protein along with high mineral composition like iodized salt, bone meal, zinc oxide, ferrous carbonate, high-grade limestone, copper, and vitamins. The growers are given 100 gram per day of concentrate mixture. True adult does not, and bucks are given concentrate ration of 200 to 250 grams per day. On average, each goat consumes 5 to 7 kg of green fodder and a liter of water per day. Statistically speaking, an acre of fodder is enough to feed 35 goats. There are different types of food for goats, are known as an ideal food for goat, which are given below. They are oats, crushed corns, and black seed of sunflower are top mixes and natural process to make bulky. Cause it contains so much protein, fiber, carbohydrate, oils, and other main things. This helps to get a healthy body. It helps to quick digest in a proper way. Barley and field pea can be ideal for food, but two of that thing should soak at least 2 days. Then it will ready to food as food, and other livestock grasses recognize them as the best food for goat. Even minerals are vital element for goats, particularly on female goats. Now, let's see how to understand the breeding and maturity. Every farmer must have the least amount of knowledge about breeding maturity of goats. 7 months is suitable for breeding, but the weight should be maintained from 100 to 105 pounds. But 1 year is an ideal time for breeding. During gestation period, pregnant does want 150 days approximately to give birth. Normally, 2 seasons are available for breeding, that is April and August, and peak time from October to January. Within these moments of being born, kids are up and walking around. They generally reduce the dependency on mother's milk between 2 months. At the age of 2 to 4 months, divide the kids from the mother into the teenage compartment. Out of the session can occur it's quite differently. However, sometimes hormones should use for increasing breeding period according to doctor's consultant. Here are some tips to understand your goats. Goats are aggressive, particularly the bulls. Aggressiveness is correlated to its horn structure and size. Goats are social animal. They love humans around. Goats can be developed as an indoor pet. Mother goats can recognize their kids with eyesight and sound. Scent but the significant approach through which adults and their newborn acquire a bond. The next component is healthcare in goat farming. Proper healthcare and vaccination is must in this business. Make sure that a veterinarian doctor is obtainable near your farm. If possible, stock some essential vaccines and medicines in your farm and always vaccinate goats timely. Here are some of the tips for caring goats. Never stay the dust and bugs together because bugs are generally aggressive in nature and they might harm yours dust. Bring dust to the buck of breeding purpose. Make sure that the latch on the fence is on the outside. You can visit a local agricultural extension office to learn more about goat care. You want to have dehorned goat, then the good age to dehorn is 1 week. Ask for veterinary help to dehorn mature goats. Never provide goats wasted food from another animal. Also, never feed the dog or cat's food. Never let goat go outside the fence. In a word, always try to take good care of goats and keep them healthy and productive. After all these components are completed, one of the most important component in goat farming is commercial goat farming license. In India, goat farming business is similar to other commercial businesses. One should aware of paying capital gains of goat farming through goats come under agriculture sector. If you are starting a commercial goat farming business in India, you must contact the local animal husbandry department for licensing and other procedures. Regarding taxes for goat farming profits, talk to your tax consultants. Next is the subsidies and loans in India. One of the most important components of farming is the capital. So, for the subsidies and loans, the good news is that there are some government schemes for availing subsidy for goat business. NABARD is the main office contact for different kinds of subsidies and loans for commercial goat farming. There are some popular banks like SBI, ICICI, HDFC is providing loans to set up goat farming in India. So, contact to your local department and you can have more information about it. Now, let's get into some facts about goat farming in India. Goat farming in India is a well-established, antiquated form of farming, particularly in places where the dry and land farming system is practiced. It is normally practiced by farmers who have a very small area of land for farming. Sometimes, landless laborers undertake goat farming since the risk, initial investment, etc. are much lower than other forms of farming. Goats are hence rightly known as poor man's cow since it has promises of good return that can serve as an investment source. The second point is, usually goats are reared for milk and meat. Goat is multifunctional animal and plays a main part in economy and nutrition of landless and marginal farmers in the country. Place required for goat farming will be the poor ground may support 2 to 4 goats per acre, while better pasture may be available to support 6 to 8 goats per acre. A general rule is that 10 goats will clear an acre in about 1 month, though stocking rates as high as 34 goats per acre have been reported. Raising meat goats can be more profitable small farm venture. Jamunapari breed goats are good milkers and they are originated from India. They are very good milkers. Jamunapari goat milk per day is about 3.5 kg daily during their lactating season. They are very large size goat. Goat farming business is really very suitable for making profits. Goats create valuable products. They are fast growing and easily managed. They need very less care and maintenance. The land requirement for goat farming depends on the number of goats to be developed or reared. Usually, 10 acres of land is required to raise 500 goats, including shed construction area. If you are planning to begin with animal quantity of goats, for example 50 goats, it requires 1 acre of land for rearing these. A goat farm is 10 times more profitable than sheep farm. Goat meat is high demand unlike sheep meat. Marketing of goats is easy as opposed to sheep. Now, let's see some advantages and benefits of goat farming. The benefits of goat farming is you raise your own meat. It produces milk, it is used for soap making, and it is produce fiber. And it helps in clearing the land, and you can use them as pack animals. You can use their dung as fuel, and you can use their skin and hide. They are very easy to train and handle as goats are social animals and they are very easy to train. They eat food scraps. Besides being great browsers, goat can clean up all your leftover food, significantly cutting down on garbage. They are inexpensive to keep. They are very versatile. That means they provide milk, meat, fiber, carrying packs, and even fuel from their dung. And the last but not the least advantage is they make manure. Okay, animal does, but goat manure is great for fertilizing your fields. The only disadvantage of goat farming is the lack of practical knowledge. Some of the new goat farmers are not willing to learn practically about this business. And the next is right breed selection. Right breed selection is very important for goat farming as it helps to produce the production you want to. The third is the lack of capital. In some areas, marginal farmers are not able to start new business with their own investment. So, if you have lack of capital, you can look for loan and subsidy. The last but not the least component for goat farming, and which is very important component, is market. The most common method of meat goat marketing are through livestock auction markets, private buyers, consignment sales, and on-farm sales. Method of marketing will vary in sales cost and effort for the producer. Other methods might include local grocery stores, internet sales, and personal contacts. That's all, friends, about profitable goat farming business setup in India. Keep raising goats. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel and please ring the bell button to notify you whenever new video is uploaded.